Hello guys, welcome back to VC Tech. In today's video, we are going to be diving into something really important, which is unused ports on a switch. In our previous tutorial, we talked about what happened when a switch port has not learned the MAC address from a device and how those unused ports behave in that situation. But today we are going to be taking it further as we are going to learn how to secure all unused ports and why doing that is such a critical part of network security. Think of it this way: every open port on a switch is like an open door in your network, and if we don't secure those doors, anyone could just plug in and gain access. So today I'll be showing you how to identify and isolate and also lock down all unused ports directly on a Cisco packet tracer. So with that being said, let's jump over to the tutorial where we get to see the configuration step by step. So we'll be using a switch as we also have a guide for this. So first of all, we'll be using Cisco packet tracer, and the devices for this is going to be a switch and PCs. Now let's create VLAN, as number 3 says. Let's create VLAN on the switch. So for those of us who don't know how to create VLAN, this is how VLAN is created. So we say VLAN and we specify what number. So we say VLAN 10, and we also want to name the VLAN. So let's say used port. So we want to name this VLAN used. And we also want to create another VLAN. For this tutorial, we'll be using 2 VLANs, and we want to give this 999, and we also want to name this unused port. So this is going to be for our unused port, and this is going to be for our used port. So now we've created VLAN. Let's also see what we have. So let's assign unused ports to VLAN 99. So before we do that, let's assign used ports to the used VLAN. So interface range, because it's more than one interface. So interface range FA 0/1 to 4, as we have 4 PCs that are connected to the switch. So 1 to 4, and we want to say switch port mode to be accessed, and we also want switch port mode to access VLAN 10. So by doing this, we've assigned interface 1 to 4 to VLAN 10. We can also check by doing do show VLAN. So now we have the used ports, and we have from 1 to 4 in this used port. We also have unused ports, and as you can see on the default VLAN, we have all the ports on the default VLAN, and these ports are not secured. So we'd have to move this from the default VLAN to unused ports and shut it down. So let's also check. So let's assign unused ports to VLAN 99. So we can do that by saying interface range FA0. So the last port that was used is 4. So for this, we'll be going from 5 to 24, and also the gigaports 0, 1 to 2. We want to say switch port mode to be access, and we want to say switch port access to access VLAN 999. So by doing this, we've assigned the used and unused ports to used VLAN and unused VLAN. We can also check again. As you can see, now the default VLAN is empty as all the other ports have been assigned to the unused VLAN. So what is the next step on our notepad? So let's shut down all the unused ports. So let's shut down all the unused ports. We can do that by going to the interface, this interface, and we say shut down. By doing this, we've administratively shut down all the other ports that are not being used in the switch. So why this is important is it prevents unauthorized device connection, as it reduces attack on the network, and it also improves network stability and control, and it also maintains proper security hygiene. We've assigned all the ports, used and unused ports, to their various VLAN. Let's also check what we have on the notepad. So let's assign IP address to the host PCs. The 192.168.1.5. Copy this, and we want to assign IP address to this device also. We want to name this, we want to give this 6. So we've assigned IP address to all the host PCs. Let's see what we have on our notepad. To connect PCs, connect active PCs to switch ports, as they are all connected to the switch ports. And let's also check, let's try something. Since we've shut down all the unused ports and put them in a VLAN, let's see if we can gain access to one of the used ports, which is going to be FA0/5. And as you can see from the drag down, all the unused ports are in VLAN 999, while the used ports are in VLAN 10. Now let's assign a port to this PC, and as you can see, the connection is down, as it shows red, because we've already told the switch that all the unused ports should be sent to unused VLAN, and they are administratively shut down. Now for this PC to gain access to the switch, the network administrator have to remove FA0/5 from the unused port and also bring it back on before this PC could actually connect to the switch. Now this is how to secure all unused ports on the switch. We do that by creating, the first step we did was to create a VLAN, and we assign all the unused ports to a VLAN, and we administratively shut the unused port down. So whenever a strange device or a device that is not supposed to be on that network tries to connect to the switch, it's going to be shut down because they would not have access to it unless the network administrator gives them access to the port. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope to see you in the next, and please do like and subscribe and share for more videos.